your sound is weaker.
Is it weaker?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check that as well.
And then there is something that I wanted to talk about.
Oh boy, we're having some. It's
Technical issues this morning, huh?
well, it is. I was thinking it is episode 13.
Already. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Wow.
So unlucky 13 or whatever. Let's see.
Wow.
Just check my settings. Seems like it should be okay. You're not hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You're hearing me? Okay. All right. All
Happy
right.
Monday.
It's Monday morning. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yes.
What are your big things this week?
What are my big things this week? I'm probably have to finish things since I'm traveling to Paris next week.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very excited about having that week for me in Paris. I'll celebrate my birthday there,
Nice.
as I told you before. But generally speaking, I had some thoughts this morning. I was already going into some deep thinking. I had a conversation with a friend, and I was thinking about experience versus reasoning.
Okay.
And the thought that were coming into my mind was that there is a distinction between what we experience, right? The things that we do and how we feel about them and what's happening when we're doing them, and the meaning we give to them, the
Oh,
reasoning
yeah.
we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it because I had a last week a powerful experience just in conversation with someone, and it was very powerful. And a lot of breakthroughs happened during the conversation, meaning a lot of insights. We both had a lot of insights, and the connection was so good, so great that a lot of creation happened, a lot of ideas. So it was just puff, 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 ideas after ideas. And then we backed off, and then we were talking about it again yesterday. And now the reasoning took first center stage. We experienced something, and then now we're thinking about it, about, okay, is that really great? What are we going to do about this and that? And there was a lot of reasoning.
Mm.
And it just made me think about a passage that was read to us during a corporate coaching group that I'm part of, about the reasonings that sometimes prevent us from making a decision, trying out things, because we want to think about it so much. We want to be sure that we want to control the outcome. And
Right.
sometimes we
Right.
miss opportunities because we think too much.
Right.
And I was thinking about what is foolish and what is great. And I think some people say that the difference between the people who succeed and the people who fail is the time we spend making a decision.
Right.
Sometimes it has to be quick.
Mm-hmm.
The best decisions are those that are taken like that, and not necessarily those that are being thought of and thought of and thought of and thought of. What do you
Right.
think?
Yeah. If I can look at the things in my life that were momentous things, like I think big things that happened, they were initiated by a decision. And in some cases, the decision happened pretty quickly, but the space between, I call it waffling. Like I'm waffling. Here's the space between me wanting to do something and getting to the decision. So I'm trying. My ex-wife would always say something that drove me crazy. She would say, "I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to decide." It's like that. That's about the most. To me, that's like the most useless thing you could say. I'm trying because first of all, trying is, if you say you're trying something, that's a guarantee that you're not going to do it, right?
Yeah,
So
because you're
trying to
trying.
decide, I'm trying to come to a decision rather than just deciding, and you could cut out all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one
Yes,
of
I
the
think
things I
that,
like about this podcast, this series of conversations that we're having is we decided, and then it materialized right away.
yes,
Yeah,
we didn't, yeah. And we don't have an agenda. It means that we're creating live, right? We're talking
yeah,
live. We don't know what we're going to talk about.
hmm
We don't have notes. We just, it's the experience.
yeah,
And I think, yeah, it ties very well with the experience. This is living it out.
right, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Living it instead of, and I've spent much of my life, and I think of all of the amazing things I've accomplished so far, right? But how much more would there be if I could have reduced that waffling time or
Mhm.
eliminated it entirely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that our society values, like, I'm not sure okay, let me think. Spontaneity, right? How is the, I'm thinking about the kids who have ADHD.
Mhm,
Um, we talk about impulsivity, right? So there is impulsivity, there is spontaneity.
mhm.
So where do the two merge? Why is impulsivity seen as negative and spontaneity maybe seen a little more positive, but both are kind of the same thing? How would you differentiate? How would you make a distinction between impulsivity and spontaneity?
It seems like impulsiveness to me that has the connotation of I'm doing something in the moment, I'm making a decision about it right away and doing it without thinking about it, but it has harmful consequences. That's sort of the distinction I'm making. But I was thinking as you were talking about that, maybe also impulsivity is in the eye of the observer.
Yes.
So we're judging somebody else. Oh, that's impulsive, or we're judging ourselves. That's impulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's within a frame, within rules, right?
Yes.
Like, because it's impulsive is in the mind, like responding right away to like stimulus response, like no allowing no time between the thought and the action.
Exactly. No
Sometimes it
filter.
can be, yeah, sometimes it can be very good, and it's really a matter of I don't even know if I would say assessment, right? But I'm finding more and more that spontaneity is a good thing.
Yes.
When you have we in our coaching world, you and I, we call it inspired thought, immediate action.
Yes.
And I think the distinction is between a thought and an inspired thought. But the way I define inspired thought might be different from you,
Hmm.
right? So I think ultimately at the end, it's how you feel about the things you choose to do or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
And
have an
and
inspire action this morning about, I don't know, recording a live or writing an essay or an
yeah.
article.
Yeah.
Will I sit down and do it right away? Or will I look at my schedule and see the things that I have to do in an order?
Right. Yeah. 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 Scheduling is something that's interesting because I find that if there are things that I have to do, I need to do, right? I'll put them on a calendar. I'll put them on my calendar and schedule them. And when I get there, it's like Brooke Castillo says. It's like when you get there, you're not going to want to do it.
Mm.
That's just guaranteed that you're not going to want to do it. And so the discipline there is to do it anyway, and to also it might appear impulsive to other people, but if you can take care of something immediately, do it immediately.
Mhm.
So
There is a word that you use that raised my attention. It's the word discipline,
yes,
right? It's there is a great book that I read about it's in for spiritual by Foster, the practice of discipline. I forgot the name, but anyway, I think the distinction here is between discipline, some things, some habits, the building of habits that you know are going to help you
yeah,
produce great results,
yeah,
and having within your day a framework of things that are set that you know you want to do because you have a goal. It's like part of your vision. So you had a vision, you put goals, and then there are steps for you that you take every day to reach those goals.
right.
So you put some things on your calendar. And then I guess it's my take will be to have a mix between those fixed things you do to take care of yourself, your mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, results, business, money, everything. And the blank page you allow in between to experience
Yeah,
things, to live life, um, to do things that are non-conventional.
yeah.
And yeah, so maybe it's a question of balance too, although I'm having more and more hard time with the word balance.
Yeah, I think Grant Cardone said, um, balance. I don't believe in it.
Mhm.
It's, no, we're living our full life all the time.
Yes,
There's no balance between work and
life.
life, right? They're the same
We
thing.
love that word-life balance, right?
Yeah,
Work-life balance.
there's no balance because they're the same thing.
Yeah. I remember when I was in Paris, when I was working, like during my corporate um, life, the companies love to write that they allow, good, if you have to have a good work and life balance, like time to work hard and then time to play hard.
Mm.
But what I think today, and that what I'm going to say is going to be true for you too, it's feeling that I live my best life because there is no uh, di- difference between
Right,
my work and my life.
right. Yeah, yeah.
My work is my life is my work, my mission, my purpose in life.
Mm, yep,
So whatever I do is helping me live out that purpose. So there is no distinction between work and life.
yeah. The other thing that I was thinking about that when we say we have to have a balance, we've got to have a balance, and then you feel guilty if you're not balancing one way or the other. Especially for me, I feel if I'm going to take, like yesterday, I didn't do anything on my business. I took the time to make music, and well, I made a couple of lives, but that's just like the habit I do. But I didn't do anything on my business, but I tried to not feel guilty about not doing that because this is what I'm doing right now. I actually we have to cut this. We
Can
might
I
have to
say
cut this.
something? I feel
Yes,
just
yeah,
to when you say I haven't done anything about my business, it's my attention is like what I'm hearing, but there is no difference between your business and your life,
oh yeah,
because your business, I mean, according to me, your business is life, is conversations,
yeah,
is
okay,
making a difference in someone else. I attended your 1 hour music
yeah,
that was lovely. Um, that's your life and that's
yeah,
your business, right? At least that's how I see it.
yeah. So well, yeah, what I was, I guess, referring to was maybe all of the tasks that are tasks that I schedule and say I should do
Yes,
them, and I'm not
yes,
doing, right?
yeah.
So
So it's a
so
should
sending emails and whatever. Yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
So yeah, that's true.
So food for thought and to explore more maybe in our next
Yes,
episodes.
yes, for sure, for sure. All right, well, I gotta cut this because I gotta
Okay.
go. But
Have a
all right,
wonderful week.
everybody,
Happy
hopefully you
Monday.
got some great stuff out of this conversation, and we'll see you
Tomorrow.
soon.